Welcome back to Goonies World. My name is Goonie, also known as Colin, and I'm joined as normal by Meanie, also known as Ryan.
Hello, everybody.
And Johnny Pharaoh, also known as Sean.
Yep, also known as Dirge Tempo, the bitten.
Yes, both bittens. And, so this is the 4th episode of Exfanguination, and we left you guys were in the parking lot of St. Lazarus Catholic Church, and you had just seen a teenage boy running out of the church. As you guys were sitting in your car, parked at this blood drive, Out of the church, you saw this kid come running out carrying what looks like holy water in this brass bucket. What you assume is that, and this priest was kind of like chasing after him and shaking his fist at him, and he got in this blue van, blue van, and drove off. And earlier, you guys had seen these two Middle Eastern looking guys with Ankh tattoos on the back of their necks standing in line at the blood drive, and you had told Rudy, the Lucian's human servant guy that's there as well at the blood drive, you told him over the phone what you guys had seen, and he was also keeping an eye on those two guys, and that's where we'll start.
One thing I can't remember, I wanted to check. Are people going inside the church to give the blood, or is there a bloodmobile here?
There's a bloodmobile. It's a Red Cross
that's right.
bus.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, and there's like a security guard as well that's kind of standing off to the side, and there's a little table that's set up where the nurses are receiving the donors, like they have them fill out paperwork, and then they'll bring them into the bus, and they'll donate, and then they can leave. And so you guys are just kind of watching all of this as it's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And what are the guys with the Ankh tattoos doing?
They're just waiting in line, presumably to give blood, and they're kind of getting closer to the desk as you guys continue watching. And unless you want to do anything, they will go up to the desk and fill out their paperwork, and before long they go into the bloodmobile, and you don't see them for a while, and then eventually they come out and walk to a silver BMW and start driving off.
So I guess they weren't here to get the blood. They were here to give blood. So I'm wondering if they might be the source.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
One or both of them, I guess, could be the source.
Maybe they are daywalkers, and Lucian wants to be a daywalker. He thinks if he can drink their blood. So later on, if we get the blood and we accidentally splash some of it in your mouth, you should go sunbathing and see if that works. Or at least, like, stick your pinky finger out the window of this badass Buick Grand National that we're driving and see if your finger gets burned.
I mean, that seems a little risky, but you know, it might be worth it to be able to roam in the daylight and bask in the sunlight.
Yeah, I know all those years, you know, trying to be so goth. Now I kind of wish I could go out in the sunlight again. It's ironic.
Yeah, yeah, you say that as you guys are sitting in your tinted Grand National, safe from the sun rays.
Safe from those UV rays.
And, yeah, you guys, yeah, unless you want to do something else, I'll just fast forward in time as you guys sit here. And eventually, you know, they're here all day, this Red Cross, and about dusk time, they start packing up. And everyone, you know, all the donors are gone by now, and everyone that was, you know, here for the, you know, all the nurses and volunteers and whatever are gone, and or some of them, you know, get into the bus, and the security guard gets into the bus, and it starts driving off. And do you want to follow the bus? You're told it's, you know, going to the hospital now. That's where they're, you know, going to store the blood.
Who's driving? I forgot.
I forgot whose turn it was. But,
yeah, I don't remember.
Well, you know, I'm happy to let you drive. I think it might have been my turn last time.
Well, so yeah, I'll follow the bus, but at a kind of a distance. I don't want to let them get out of my sight, but I don't want it to be too obvious that we're following them.
Okay. Yeah, you guys then can pull out after the bus. You let it get a little ways ahead of you and pull out to your left out of this parking lot. And Rudy also is following behind you in his Nissan Pulsar. And yeah, it's night now. I mean, there's still a little bit of light, but it's not enough that it would hurt you guys. And it's a full moon, actually, and there's not a lot. A lot of the traffic has, you know, people have kind of rushed home because they do like to stay home at nights just because of the what they know of Pitchwood and all the creatures and people out.
Vampires.
All the damn vampires. And so, yeah, once you guys start following this bloodmobile, there's not a lot of other traffic. And after a while, you hear some rumbling. And as you guys keep going, the rumbling gets louder, and you suddenly see two bikers come on either side of the road. They come kind of rushing past you guys, and they're kind of go right towards the bloodmobile, but they're still on either side of the road, not directly behind it, but they're in front of you now. And now that they are in front of you, you can see their backs, and you can see their cuts that they're wearing, the black vests that bikers wear, and you can see that says not Night Rangers, but Pale Riders Pitchwood Chapter. And looks like they're very intent on this. They ignored you, you know. They're right up next to this bus. And if you guys don't do something, then probably they're going to do something.
Well, I wonder if they're going to try to hijack it.
That's what I was wondering. Do the Pale Riders have like a vampire wing? I mean, if they did, Pitchwood would be where it would be, right?
It's what it seems like, because Ben Odom, the guy in the sewer that you talked to, he mentioned some bikers, but he didn't know anything about it. It seems like this is sort of a recent development.
Yeah. Pale Riders would be a good name for them if that was the case. I don't know.
And just for the listeners, I think most of what we have talked about before in other episodes have been from our Fudge series, the Hard Time at Hardgate series. We had 2 biker gangs that were kind of competing biker gangs, and one of them was the Pale Riders, these guys, and the other one was the Night Rangers, but they're kind of more in the Jupiter Springs area.
Yeah. I don't know, Cam. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, they're on bikes. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to stop them. I could, nudge one of them with the bumper, knock him over.
Yeah, you could. See what happens.
Actually, why don't we roll initiative? So, I think that's just you roll for. Someone can roll for both of you guys, and I will roll a d12 for the bikers, and whoever gets the highest goes first.
Well, I would like to pretend that I didn't just roll because it was very low. I think.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 3. Okay.
Okay, so you guys can do something. You do feel sure that they're looking to hijack this bloodmobile, because they're kind of actually I didn't really specify. I forgot, but there's 2 guys on each bike. There's that's important. There's a guy on each behind the driver holding on, and the ones in the back are kind of like standing up almost a little bit, like holding on to the driver and looking like they're getting ready to do something, but you guys can do something first.
Get him, Cam.
Yeah, I'm gonna just floor the accelerator and try to just like bump one of the back tires.
Okay.
While he's flooring it, I'm going to roll down the passenger side window just in case I need to turn into something and fly out.
Okay. So roll a challenging roll to hit the bike. I think you can, because they're kind of spread out on each side of the road, you can hit one of them, at least.
Right, yeah. I was only I assumed that, and maybe I didn't hear correctly, but it sounded like they were like on either side of the bus.
Yeah. But they're like kind of in the rear sides, like they're not up right directly beside it, because there are crosses on each side, red crosses on each side.
All right, so I fucking rolled a 1.
Oh, well, I mean, there's no critical failure thing, but I'm going to say that you drive up very quickly and alert them that what you're trying to do. They kind of swerve one of them, kind of swerves out of the way, and now they can go. And the one on the right side, who I'm calling Carl, he's on the one on the back. He's going to leap off, and he flies. I'm actually going to make him roll for it. They're about equal with you guys, because they are new as well. So he's going to see if he can fly with a challenging roll. Oh, he got a 12. So he's going to be able to fly for a long time, and he flies on top of the bus for now, and that's basically his turn.
Okay.
Does the other bike seem to notice that we're involved in this situation?
Yes. And I guess it would actually be their turn as well. And the guy on the back of that on the left bike, he also is going to roll to see if he can fly. And he gets a 6, which is what he needed, but he only has... I'm just going to say that he can only fly one, or just enough to get where he's going. So he flies onto the back of the bus, like he's holding onto the doors on the back of the bus. And the drivers of the bikes, they're kind of looking back at you guys, but they're trying to, focus on this bus as well. So that's their turn, and you guys can go now.
Man,
Well, if you're feeling hesitant, I have an urge that I'd like to satisfy.
All right.
First, I will flip off one of the two who is looking back, at our car, so he sees that. And then I want to turn into a condor, and an avenging condor. I'm going to turn into a condor and flap out of the car and try to fly up to the top of the bus. I mean, that's probably a multiple step action, but I want to turn into a condor.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I guess that's condor's not too big, but
It's smaller than a wolf. I mean, the wingspan's big. But
the wingspan would be longer, but the size, I think it would be still fit. So roll a challenging roll.
I got a 9.
Okay. So you can...
Alright, so now if that's my turn, then I'm just condored up and ready for my next turn. But if I can move, I will go ahead and fly.
Yeah, I think once I'm not going to make you, you can just turn it and do something as long as it's not too involved. And I think you can. What were you trying to do?
Fly up to the top of the van. You know what?
Okay.
Actually, I think I'll go for the guy on the back of the van. Or in the back of the bus. He's sort of hanging onto the back. Correct. He'd be easier to knock off. So I'm going to fly up. Probably can't go ahead and do this now, but I'm going to start harassing him. You know what I mean? Like clawing at the back of his neck. Eventually, I just want to try to yank him off, but that might be something for next round.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you have just enough time for now to get to the guy on the back, and your kind of talons are ready to strike him, and Cam can still do something if he wants to.
So I'm imagining that I accelerated up, and they kind of swerved out of the way, so now I'm kind of next to them.
Well, you're still kind of in between them, like right. I kind of saw it as you're right behind the bus, and there's like on either side of you towards the front of your car.
Then I'm going to hard swerve to the left and try to hit the bike again.
Okay. And, yeah, same, I'd say challenging.
All right, and what's that, a 6 or
Yeah.
10? Okay, 6. That time I got an 8.
Okay. Well, yeah, you get him and smash him, and that would be 2 points of damage to them, but I am going to roll and see if they, can stay, or if the driver can keep a hold of the bike. And he does, but yeah, you've hurt him. You probably hit his leg or something as you smashed into him, and the bike kind of wobbled, but he still maintained control of it.
All right.
And then I forgot. I did want to have Rudy do something because he is behind you. So he actually, with his T-tops down, he has a gun, and he is going to shoot at that. He'll shoot at the driver on the right side, and he'll roll challenging as well. And he rolled a 12. So yeah, he got 6 damage on that guy. Okay, so now it's their turn. And the guy on the door is going to try to just rip it open with his strength. And he got a 6, so he succeeds in opening the door, but he's still holding on to it. Just one I'm going to say one side of the door he opened up, and it's kind of like it's not like flapping wildly, but it is flapping a little bit as he holds on to it. The other guy is going to, that's on top of the van, or the bus, is going to, he's, had landed on it, so he's going to go around to the front of the bus, and now he's on the windshield, and he's going to try to just smash a fist into the windshield as it's driving. Now he rolled a 1, and so he doesn't. He hurts his hand, but that's all that happens. So you guys can go now.
I'm going to attempt to summon a swarm of owls.
Okay, roll a challenging roll and get a 6.
The nearby owl camp has just lost all the owls that were there. All the owls have flown in this direction.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. So, I am going to say, because it does take some time for those owls to get here, that's pretty much all you can do in this turn.
Sure.
Summon the owls. Now it's your turn, Dirge.
I'm going to, I don't know what kind of sound a condor makes, but I'll be like, quack, 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 and I'm like trying to grab that guy, the back of his collar or something with my talons and just yank him off the back and let him tumble. He could probably fly after us, but at least he'll be out of there for now.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a challenging roll as well.
Come on, baby. And it's a big fat 9. So.
Okay. Well, you do pull him off. And we're just going to fly him somewhere, or are you just gonna let him?
No, I just
let
want
him
to
go?
yank him, let him tumble on the road behind us for now, and then if I got time, I want to swoop inside, the door.
Okay.
If not, I'll be poised to do so.
Yeah, I think you can do that next time. You are flapping and you pull this guy off the door, and he falls and takes. How many you got?
He would take 3.
Okay, so and that was that guy. So yeah, he got 3 damage. All right, and I guess it's Rudy's turn. So he will continue shooting at this right driver with his gun, and he got a 10. So took 4 damage. I don't know. Yeah, so this he's not doing so good. And now it's their turn again. And the guy it's on the windshield is going to try to smash it again.
He won't. I curse him.
I fucking rolled a 1 again. Wow.
It's because I cursed him. My vampire curse power.
That's cheating. So the other guy, is tumbling, and you're still driving, so he's kind of a ways away, and he'll try to fly, but he can't do that this turn. And then the drivers, they're just gonna keep driving, and they're not using any guns or anything like that. So it would be your guys' turn again.
So do my owls show up?
Oh yeah, your owls show up, and what were you gonna do with them?
So the guy who is going to get inside the door is the guy that's tumbling? Is that right?
Yeah. And the door's kind of flapping around now.
I'm going to try to have them, just surround the guy on the hood, trying to break the windshield and, swarm around him and peck him and claw at him and stuff.
That's a good idea.
Okay. And I'm going to roll, or you can roll for the owls. I'm going to make that an easy roll because they're really good at that, and it's what they do. So 3 or higher. Okay. So they do 7 points then of pecking damage to the guy on the windshield that was trying to smash his way in.
I like that there's really no separate damage roll to speed things up.
Yeah.
Just the excess.
I'm just trying to imagine Plunger's reaction when he hears on the news that a swarm of owls attacked a person.
Yeah,
obviously the village of Pitchwood is crawling for vampire. It's crawling with vampire that I've long suspected.
I'm sure he has all kinds of newspaper clippings.
Oh yeah, we will have to do a crossover, episode where Plunger and Dickie go to Pitchwood eventually.
Yeah,
definitely.
So, I guess Dirge can do something.
I'm going to I'm going to get inside that door and turn back into my goth self.
Okay.
If I'm still flying around right by the door, I want to flap my way in and turn into myself.
Okay. And I don't think you need to roll anything when you're turning back into yourself, probably. So
Good.
You can just do that. Is there something specific you want to do?
Yeah, if I have time, I'm going to start scanning every sample for the, what was it, type null? Some H-type null?
RH null.
RH null. I'm going to start scanning I'm going to look desperately for the RH null everywhere I can see.
Well,
if I have time to do that. I'll at least
you
see
have
what the
time
situation is in there.
to scan the room, or the inside, but you see, like, they've got a bunch of coolers and stuff that they're keeping the blood in. So you also see a security guard. That security guard is sitting there pointing his gun right at you.
Well, I'll deal with him on my next turn.
All right. So Rudy will shoot same driver on the right. Oh, okay. He got a 10, and he shoots. He hits that driver, even though it's not going to kill the driver because he's a vampire. He is at 0. And so you see that driver fly off, or the motorcycle, he stays on the motorcycle, and it kind of swerves off to the right and goes into the woods. And just for fun, I'm going to say he drives right into a tar pit, a small tar pit. And he's pretty much, he's done for now. Or he's unconscious, and he's going to be sinking into tar, so he's out of the fight. And now it's their turn again, and the guy on the that's being swarmed by the owls is going to attempt to turn into mist. And
Mister.
he rolls a 5 and needed a 6, so he can't do anything. And the guy that you had seen, or that had tumbled, and he doesn't seem to be following. You kind of lost sight of him as the bus has kind of, when it was under attack, it kind of sped up, and so you've left that guy behind, and you don't see him anymore. And so it is back to your guys' turns again.
Well, I am going to try to have my owls continue harassing this guy on the front.
Okay. Yeah, make a challenging roll to see if they can damage him.
Natural 12.
Okay. Well, they're pecking the shit out of him, and he loses his balance and falls to the ground unconscious. And you kind of see him, the bus rolls over his body, thumps a few times.
Don't.
And he's also out. So now you just have these 2 drivers, and you don't know what they're going to do. But I guess... Wait. Yeah, I guess
I gotta go.
Dirge, you can go, yeah.
I want to look at the security guard and enthrall him and say, "You will help me find the RH null."
Okay.
I'm going to do a vampire mind trick on him.
All right, that'll be... challenging.
All right. 7, barely. Woo!
Okay, we'll be enthralled for 1 turn.
All right.
And so you tell him to help you?
Maybe I should have told him to jump off the truck. But you will help me find the RH null. And I'll start just ripping open, the lids of the coolers and looking at the... I'm picturing somebody's written in a Sharpie, the blood type or whatever. I'm just scanning as quick as I can. Don't know how long it'll take, but I got this guy's help for one turn anyway.
Yeah, and he immediately starts helping you look through all these coolers. And, meanwhile, there's like a bunch of other people in this bus. Not a bunch, but there's a few like nurses and stuff that are screaming at the top of their lungs. And the driver's like kind of freaking out, but he's, keeps focusing on driving. And Rudy now I think is going to shoot at the left driver. And he hits and he does 2 damage to that guy. And now the driver, I guess, is only 1. And he will... let's see what powers he can do. Yeah, he's going to shapeshift into a bat. If he can. And he doesn't, though. I keep rolling shitty. So, you still got this. I believe there's only this one guy on the bike still.
The guy on my left.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's your turn again.
Well, I'm gonna ram into him again, I guess. I don't know what else to do.
Okay. Yeah, challenging roll.
8.
Okay. You hit him again. And I'm going to see if he can hold on. No, he can't. He rolled the 2. So he loses control. And he swerves off to your left, which takes him right into like this medium in the road. And his bike flips, and he flips with it and crashes, and he's unconscious. So now it's just, there's nobody left now. So that's the end of combat now.
Well, the security guard might get it.
Yeah.
Once he gets unenthralled.
Once he gets unenthralled. But he didn't really have... I'm going to include his turn, his one turn as this next turn, where he is him helping you search. And I think you should make... just to see if you have... how much time you have... you make a challenging roll to see if you can find it.
Okay. Number 10.
Okay.
I'm as lucky as you are unlucky. Did I fail any rolls tonight? I think I might have failed one. Anyway.
I don't know. But yeah, you find it. There's one bag of RH Null. And
I'm going to drink it. No, I'm not.
Yeah, so once you find it, you can, take it with you. The guard, he's just standing there now that you've found it. He doesn't really know what to do, but he's still enthralled. So he's just standing there. The nurses are still screaming. And do you fly back to the car, or?
I can't fly, but I could turn into something.
Oh, that's right.
My talons and everything, but yeah, I think I'll turn. I'll turn into what's a bird's big enough to carry that? Well, probably the condor again.
Yeah.
And I'll turn back into the condor. And well, first of all, I'm going to look at all those screaming nurses and in a really scary way, I'm going to go and do like a big vampire hiss at them with my sharp teeth. Yeah. And because I can't resist. And then I'll turn into the condor and grip the thing in my claws in a way as so not to puncture it, and try to fly back into the window of the Buick Grand National.
Okay. Yeah, make a challenging roll.
Okay. It couldn't last forever. I have rolled a 2.
Okay. Well, I'm only going to interpret that as you don't turn. So you hiss at these people and then kind of just awkwardly, like, stand there like a little confused.
Yeah. I'll try to like lean out the back a little bit and wave Cam over. I'll try to do a vehicle-to-vehicle Mad Max style jump. We'll see how that goes.
Okay, so Cam, do you want to pull up right behind the door that's open?
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay, and actually that, with your, if you're not trying to turn into something and you're just relying on your combat and it might still be a little bit tricky. You're going to try to land like on top of the cars.
Yeah, it's like on the hood, whatever the easiest,
Yeah.
I don't know how we're all imagining it, but down on the hood and then try to scramble, head first into the window with my little boots dangling out. I don't know.
Okay, make a challenging roll for that.
Okay, here we go. 6 exactly.
Okay, well, that's a success. So you are just leap out the back of this bus and land on the hood of the Grand National, and the bus continues to speed up, and you don't even know if they're still going to the hospital. For all you know, they might be going right to the police station or something. But I guess you don't need to go to the hospital. You've got the blood. And I actually wasn't expecting you. I knew there was a chance you could get the blood from the bloodmobile, but I thought it was a bit more challenging to do that than to get the blood from the hospital.
Well, either sneak into a hospital or have a road fight with vampire bikers. I'm going to choose road fight with vampire bikers every time.
Well, my concern was that they would get it if we didn't.
Well, yeah.
If we didn't get it first, so I almost thought because then it wouldn't be at the hospital. They would just take it,
Right. Yeah. I didn't know if you guys were gonna, finish the vampires and then let the bus continue on to the hospital and get it later. But I thought this might happen. So you've got what you wanted. And Rudy, as you guys are driving, and I don't know, do you continue speeding after the bus, or do you just kind of back off now, but keep driving?
Yeah, I'm gonna back off the bus. I mean, we got what we came for, so and I'm gonna grab the bag of blood and kind of hold it up and show so Rudy can see it and give like a thumbs up.
Okay. And you get a call on your cell phone.
Hello?
Hey, you got the blood.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that was That was a little hairy there.
Wasn't really expecting the Pale Riders, but thanks for the assist.
Yeah. We did pretty well. Let's. I just want to suggest maybe we pull into like a parking lot somewhere and kind of regroup, and just if you guys want to do that, because I got some stuff to talk to you about.
Okay, sounds good. I'll follow you.
Okay. All right. See you in a second.
Right.
And
so I'm gonna hang up, and I'm gonna tell Dirge. We're gonna pull over in a parking lot, and he's got something he wants to talk to us about, and he might try to take the plot.
Yeah, or stop some blood from accidentally splashing in your mouth. I mean, how secure is this baggie? Yeah, if we puncture it, it'll probably go everywhere. I was hoping that someone could accidentally splash in your mouth, but I don't know. I'm not worried about Rudy. I can handle Rudy. We can handle Rudy. He's just a normal person.
That's true. So wherever he pulls over, I'll just follow him and pull over and park.
okay. Yeah. So you follow him for a little ways, and he does eventually pull into a parking lot, which is Bjorn's Furniture Barn.
Bjorn's Furniture Barn.
And yeah, so you can follow him in there, and he parks and gets out and is leaning up against his car.
Can I request that the furniture store be named Bjorn's Furniture Bjarn with like a J?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think of that for some reason, but yeah, that's definitely be Bjorn's Furniture Bjarn.
All right, so he gets out, you say?
Yeah, he's just kind of leaning up against his car.
All right, well,
waiting for you guys.
I'll get out as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He says, it's just the one bag? Is that all they had?
Yep, that was all they had. Looked all through it.
Well, okay, yeah, I guess that's it. Is that the real deal? Does it say R.H. Knoll and all that on it?
Well, that's what it says.
Yeah, that's what the boss wanted. You guys, he's going to be happy. He's going to be real happy. And, I was, I was worried about, you guys saw earlier that kid that was, he had that shirt that said "Puss" on it. That in the parking lot. That stands for Pitchwood Undead Slayer Society. But they're just a bunch of nerds. They're nothing. I thought surely those guys were going to be the ones that were, going to try to stop you guys. But it turns out there's these damn bikers.
I'm not afraid of a bunch of nerds.
Yeah. These guys are just, teenagers. They're wannabe vampire hunters. They're nothing. So I wasn't too worried about them. But these bikers. I guess you handle them all right. But say, hey, why don't you hand me over the blood now? And you see him take out a cross, and he holds it towards your direction and says, "Yeah, just hand me that blood."
Oh, no, avert my eyes and say, "Nah, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to give the blood to Lucian."
Yeah, you're supposed to, but a little something that Lucian doesn't know is that I don't work for him. I'm undercover.
Oh, really? Who do you work for then, Rudy?
Well, I got my own leader. You wouldn't know him. His name is Mohegan.
I don't know what to do, Dirge.
Well, avert your eyes from that cross for one thing. You know what we need to do. The good old-fashioned 1, 2, 3 punch. That's what we need to do. Okay. Just a blind punch. Don't even look at him. You ready? 1, 2. We're just like, whispering to each other. 1, 2, 3. Punch! And without, I was going to try to do a blind punch without looking at the dude.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and I guess I was sort of aware of this in the rules, but kind of gives just the way it's done. It kind of when I tell you what you need to roll, it kind of gives away a little bit, because you need to make a hard roll to punch him. It kind of tells you he's not just a mook or something.
Right.
No, he's probably a werewolf. But I don't think I made it. I got a 9.
I got a 9 as well.
And I think...
Is it 6 and 9? Is it?
Yeah,
we make it?
it's 9.
Oh, good.
So.
Hell,
But
we both double 9s.
You just landed right on it, and so there's no
damage.
actual damage. So we can interpret that as like, yeah, you didn't miss, but you hit him, and that would be the start of combat.
Yeah.
But he says, "Yeah, good shot. You got me. Didn't hurt a lick, but you got me. And now I thought I heard you whispering something about a werewolf. Well, you're exactly right. I'm a fucking werewolf. It's a full moon, and now I'm gonna fuck you up." And you see him rip off he's still wearing that tracksuit. So it's kind of the snap off. He rips his shirt off. He rips his pants. They're like stripper pants, right. Snap off. And he's naked. And then you see him start transforming into this werewolf. And, it's this giant, upright wolf. He's contorting and hair's sprouting, and he gets a snout and very sharp teeth, and snarling, and but I do think we'll have to start the actual combat next episode, because he is going to be hard to. He's kind of your boss fight, and yeah, he
American Werewolf in Pitchwood.
Well, I would say that's a good title, but it would kind of give it away.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right.
But yeah, he was undercover for the werewolves. Mohegan is a leader of the werewolf pack that he belongs to, which you don't know anything about, but apparently Lucien wasn't lying, though, when he said they were at war with the werewolves. And this guy had been working for Lucien undercover and learned about this blood, and he didn't want Lucien to have it, and that's pretty much the only reason why they wanted the blood, is
Just
because
so
they
Lucien
knew that
wouldn't- yeah.
they knew that Lucien wanted it. They knew it does something. They don't want to give him any kind of edge whatsoever. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
I might just rip it open and drink it on my first turn. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, the only downside to not going to the hospital is that you didn't get all the other blood that was there. And I didn't hear you say you took any more blood than just the RH null.
No, I just took the RH null, yeah.
So you're without any way to heal yourselves. And one last thing is I did forget to tell you earlier is that you would have been aware, because you would have been taught this, drinking werewolf blood is toxic to vampires. So that will hurt you if you try to drink werewolf blood.
Noted.
So, yeah, you don't want to do that. And just in case anybody mentions it, or anybody asks why Lucian couldn't have, been aware of this werewolf, undercover werewolf, that's because he was wearing all this cologne. I did mention that he was wearing too much cologne.
You
and so,
did.
yeah, he was masking his, doggy type smell.
His wolfy musk.
Yeah, his dirty musk.
All right. Well, then next time we'll put down this werewolf, or he'll put us down, one of the two. And then we'll see who we're going to give the blood to, either Ben or Lucian.
Yep, you got a choice to make.
Or keep it and start our own dude brood.
That's right.
Okay.
Hey everybody, if you like our podcast, don't forget to leave us a good rating and or review on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Spotify, or wherever you're able. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at Goonies_world, and check out our website at GooniesWorldPodcast.com. Email us at GooniesWorldPodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.